There is no denying that COVID-19 has completely changed the lives of every person around the world. Things are not how they used to be. Last year, as COVID ripped through campus and Toronto, an entire Enactus team graduated. Enactus-Humber was left with no succession plan, a graduated project, and no direction on how to move forward. COVID-19 almost decimated us, but we were not willing to give up. In November of 2020, 6 students decided to start Enactus at Humber again. None of us had ever been a part of an Enactus team, written a project accelerator, and we didn't have the first idea about how to create a project. Fast forward to today.
Nationals-Humber is a team of 38 students across multiple programs at Humber College. Our team members are spread out across 12 different time zones, live in 5 countries, and none of us have ever met in person. We have worked together to create 2 vastly different projects with one common theme. Our team is made up of 90% women, and as women, we understand the barriers and challenges we face to gain gender equality.
One of this year's founding members is from India and has seen firsthand the problems that female entrepreneurs face. Exploring this in more detail by conducting our needs assessment, we were able to identify 2 issues that exist simultaneously. First, in northern India, women only account for 19.9% of the workforce. It can be assumed that the effects of COVID-19 may further impact these women. Second, 95% of recyclable textile waste is not being recycled and is being dumped into landfills instead. Textile waste only hurts the environment and increases the drastic and impending effects of climate change.
These problems exist for several reasons. Women in northern India are less likely to receive formal education and often lack a stable financial income. It is also difficult for women to access markets, and oppressive and pervasive gender and social norms continue to exist throughout regions in the north.
Nari Can, meaning Women Can in Hindi, is a project with an ultimate goal to help women in northern rural India start a business while protecting the environment. With this project in mind, we applied for a project accelerator through the Jean Sauvé Foundation. One of the critical aspects of this accelerator is to work with another Enactus team.
We noticed that many Enactus teams were already doing work similar to our project idea. So instead of duplicating a project, we wanted to build on the strengths and assets of existing projects. One such team is Enactus Ramjas with their project Nafaya. They work with a community of women to create bags that appeal to a wide range of people. These projects are also entirely upcycled using textile waste. Despite creating beautiful products, the team was not creating wide profit margins for the entrepreneurs they worked with. Therefore, we had an idea. Why not use a distribution model to overcome this challenge?
In India, these bags sell for approximately 275 Indian rupees, which is about $4.56 Canadian. However, we know that a bag so expertly crafted with carefully chosen sustainable and eco-friendly material is worth way more than $4. Through a market analysis, we concluded that these bags would sell for at least $20 Canadian. With the price of shipping, the profit for these products goes from $4 to $12, which is an increase of over 100%. Therefore, this takes a woman's yearly wage from just $180 to $1,800.
So how do we sell these bags? Well, first, we have created our e-commerce store. COVID-19 has made shopping in-store tricky, so for now, our primary method of sale is through our website. Selling online offers strategic advantages. Over 3/4 of female entrepreneurs selling online say that e-commerce is a massive factor for sustained growth and success. In addition to our online store, we are aiming to work with 2 women-owned stores in the GTA that promote ethical and environmentally friendly products. We want to ensure that our products and the advocacy of sustainable textile industries are encouraged in our backyard. This is especially important since 74% of Canadians consider sustainability to be a significant factor when making purchases.
Through this project, we can address SDGs 5, 8, and 12. we want to focus on empowering women and achieving long-term sustainability by helping to create connections between female entrepreneurs in India and women-owned businesses in Canada to expand the market to products developed by these influential entrepreneurs.
But we don't want to stop there. We want to continue developing partnerships with other Canadian stores and even work our way up to Canadian brands. Our pilot project has allowed us to determine the economic benefit that a project like this can have. We hope to expand and increase the impact and benefits of this project by conducting other activities alongside this initial idea. We have already created a new partnership with a second team to help them start a new project with a community of women from the ground up. We want to add ideas such as creating made-by tags with a short bio about women and making the products more personal. We have big plans for this project and are excited to continue expanding it.
The second project our Enactus team has been working diligently on was inspired by our Humber community and the political environment in Canada. During our initial meeting with the Dean of Indigenous Education at Humber College to discuss a potential project, he recommended that we create something that youth and all future generations would benefit from. We also wanted to continue Enactus Humber's mission to support women and gender equality. With this in mind, we created Project Affirm. Affirm stands for the Alliance for Female Indigenous Resources and Mentorship.
Through our needs assessment, we found that entrepreneurship for Indigenous communities, especially Indigenous women, is challenging, and according to leading research, services are available, but they do not have the support that is needed to be successful. One way to encourage support is through the community.
The Indigenous community is faced with problems that exist due to colonization, racism, and systemic barriers. Indigenous females are at an intersectional disadvantage in Canada. There are barriers to access secondary schooling, to obtaining support and resources, and lack of access to the local community and cultural events. There is no one place where information is laid out, organized, and disaggregated in an easy-to-use, accessible way.
Therefore, we will address these problems through a community hub in which we will connect Indigenous youth with essential resources they need to become successful entrepreneurs. We will include information on community events, mental wellness resources, educational and living assistance, support networks, and so much more. Currently, our scope of the project is within the GTA. However, we hope one day to expand to other areas as well. As a team, we want to develop a sustainable and long-lasting hub maintained and updated by future Affirm members. It will be easy to use and perfectly geared towards youth.
Through this project, we will be addressing SDGs 4, 5, and 10. Our ultimate goal is to increase access to post-secondary educational processes and strengthen community capacity with information that supports Indigenous youth. Community is critical to success, and we want to make sure that each Indigenous entrepreneur feels the support of their community behind their every endeavor. While we are focusing on Indigenous youth in general, we do want to narrow our scope and support female Indigenous youth.
As we are currently organizing our hub, we are diligent in tracking what is happening while making stretch goals to ensure that this project will move on to next year's team. We have been able to talk to Indigenous youth through Humber College to receive their feedback on the project. The hub is currently being developed as we speak and will be completely finalized this summer. We will incorporate feedback and comment sections where information provided through the hub can be tailored to specific interests of Indigenous women and girls.
Our long-term goals for Project Affirm include creating a mentorship program in which we aim to partner with female Indigenous entrepreneurs to create a specific and tailored support system to help aspiring female Indigenous entrepreneurs. As we expand, we want to create podcasts, webinars, workshops, career skills, and community support. Our goals and dreams for Enactus Humber are ambitious and tenacious. Our project started with one common goal: to help marginalized communities feel empowered. We wanted to be able to create projects for women, designed by women. Together, we want to move forward for gender equality in all sectors, whether that is at home or across the world. Enactus Humber will create, change, and impact.